Welcome back. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is time to dive into the world of home building and renovation.
If you've got questions or just feel stuck on your project, don't worry. We've got you covered. Let's ask the contractor. So grateful to have Lucas and Joseph here from H1 Construction. We love the information that you drop on us every week. These are just incredible gems when it comes to asking the contractor. We've got your questions, and it's time to ask them. And, I got to tell you, everybody is asking about DPP. Everybody is asking about the Department of Planning and Permitting.
I thought you were going to say Davey. Everyone's asking about Davey.
Yeah, sometimes we ask about him too. but I think a lot of people are interested to know how H1 Construction specifically navigates Department of Planning and Permitting. We, planning those review requirements and all of that good stuff, and pretty much setting up that schedule, right? That timeline of construction. So if we can just jump right into that, our first question comes to us. When homeowners submit plans for permitting, what should they understand about what DPP is actually evaluating in those permits?
The more information you can put in there, the better. So surprisingly, if you turn in your set of plans to DPP, they do not look at your structural. So structural is considered your special inspections. So your structural engineer will handle all of those inspections. They'll come on site, but once the foundation is done, pending a couple of things, they'll have to come check the rough-in for the electrical and plumbing if you're doing a slab on grade. But when the more information that is on that set of plans, the easier it's going to go through the process. So now DPP has implemented where you can follow it along digitally, so you can see what station is at, where it's
cool.
at. They are starting to come out a little bit faster, and as we had talked about before, the permit does get a little bit worse sometimes before it gets better. But again, if you want to narrow it down, because I could go about 100 bullet points of what to do, the most information you can put on your set of plans and the most accurate.
Piggyback on that, it is correct. However, putting as much as correct information is the key to it.
Right, so it's not just about blasting information, it's about putting stuff that is correct.
It's correct. So it starts again with hiring a proper team. You want to have an experienced architect who knows the information, the right information that need to be put on it. It does help hire an expediter, which is a third party. A second set of eyes who will go over all the information, make sure everything is there, and assure the permitting process will go smooth.
There's two different thoughts when it comes to permitting, right? There's the people that just want to get their stuff built, hurry up, but then there's also a permit timeline that's based on that particular review. Why is there a difference between the two?
Everybody, I would say, want to get they build right away.
You know what I mean? Now.
Yeah, fast. The faster you try to move, more likelihood of you making a mistake or missing information. So I would say the process is going to take what it's going to take. I mean, we can only be able to control information, what we put on it on our side. So as long as we do what we're supposed to do, you have a better odds of success. You know what I mean? So I would say being more pushy, being more, you want to get it built yesterday, it will more likely yield the opposite.
Got you. It'll probably be more frustrating for you.
That's correct. And everybody else, yeah.
Another good example too is when you're going through the build process and it's going through the review, they can make mistakes too. We have a house that we're almost finished in Kahala currently. As we were laying out the foundation, we found out it was, 6 or 7 inches over the setback.
Correct. Yeah, about 8 inches.
Through all of the review, all of these things, and we had to stop and make sure that we shifted the house over. So these mistakes can be made, but ultimately it comes down to the homeowner to make sure that they're hiring the right team. Because if we would have built that house exactly where it was, that's just one big change order.
Huge.
That is massive.
It's huge.
But we caught it
so
early
it's good
on.
You guys caught it,
so
yes.
it was $0 to our client at that time.
Awesome. So we're working with a great team like this. We've got our architect in place. All the permits have been done. I mean, all of the paperwork has been done. You finally submitted it. What happens between that time of the permit has gone in for review and our first day of build when we break ground?
We're going through and picking out light fixtures, plumbing fixtures,
windows,
doors, a full selection of things. things. Also, we have to be careful of not to order too many things because the Board of Water might come back and say, hey, you have too many bathrooms, so we'd have to take away a bathroom because they do count the fixtures and the gallons per minute coming and leaving the house and all these things. So some things you got to be careful of, but we can get really ahead of it and understand the bulk of things. So that way, when we do see that permit, we're not, okay, let's order windows, let's order doors. We're already in the middle of doing all of those things.
Got it. So we're still in action. Things are still
Absolutely.
happening while that
Always,
permit
yep.
is in review.
Yep.
Perfect. I love that. All right. We are answering your questions right here, and we love H1 Construction for being a part of it. Ask the Contractor. We invite you to do that at h1construction.com/ask. Absolutely.
How it's supposed to be.
All right, and of course, Lucas and Joseph. By the way, if you got questions, don't forget to send them our way so we can get you those answers in next week's segment of Ask the Contractor.
More Island Life Live on the way, but first, it's Mahina Olelo Hawaii, Hawaiian Language Month.